John Paul Miller speaks out on wife Mica's tragic death by suicide. John Paul Miller, a South Carolina pastor, recently opened up about the tragic death of his wife, Mica Miller, in an emotional interview on Banfield Tonight with NewsNation. Mica, who passed away by suicide at the age of 30 on April 27, has left a void that her husband is grappling to understand and explain. Reflecting on the day Mica passed away, John Paul shared his disbelief at the initial news. "I didn't think it was real. I thought her family had made it up and had somebody call me and say that." At the time, he was attending a soccer tournament in Charleston with around 100 people from his children's school. Despite the physical distance, he was in touch with Mica, having sent her 4 emails that day. John Paul revealed that Mica had been dealing with mental health issues and was on medication, specifically lithium. He claimed that her family was aware of the risks involved if she did not take her medication. "I told her family, there's so many times you can't imagine. I told her friends this. I told everybody, I said, if y'all don't get her lithium, she's going to commit suicide," he stated, underscoring his repeated warnings. According to John Paul, Mica was living with a former registered nurse and was being cared for by her family. Their communication had dwindled, and they hadn't spoken the entire week before her death, although he continued to send her emails expressing his love. He last saw her a few weeks before her passing, spending about 4 hours together. During that time, he noted she was experiencing psychotic episodes and was fearful that her family would disown her. John Paul also mentioned that Mica had lost a significant amount of weight in a short period. She had lost 40 pounds in a month. In the interview, John Paul denied several allegations that had surfaced, including claims that he tracked Mica, slashed her tires, and posted a topless photo of her. He had previously appeared to apologize for these actions in a letter, but during the interview, he firmly denied them. John Paul described their marriage as wonderful when Mica was on her medication. "When she was under medicine, we had the greatest marriage you could ever imagine." This statement contrasts sharply with the turmoil and estrangement they experienced later. At the time of her death, the couple was in the process of divorcing, and Mica had posted a video on Facebook about abuse, offering advice to those in similar situations. Mica's body was found at Lumber River State Park, as confirmed by the Robeson County Sheriff's Office, RCSO. The RCSO also noted the couple's separation and ongoing divorce, dismissing conspiracy theories surrounding her death. John Paul was visibly emotional during the interview, particularly when expressing his frustration over public perceptions, just being able to talk about everything. "It feels like people don't care to hear the truth." The tragic story of Mica Miller's death by suicide underscores the critical importance of mental health awareness and the need for support systems. If you or someone you know is considering suicide, please reach out to the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by dialing 988, text STRENGTH, to the crisis text line at 741741, or visit 988lifeline.org. The interview with John Paul Miller sheds light on the complex and painful circumstances surrounding Mica Miller's death. It highlights the ongoing struggles with mental health, the impact of medication, and the profound grief of those left behind. As the community mourns Mica's loss, it also calls for compassion, understanding, and support for individuals facing similar challenges.